Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will explain what are all the different items that will soon become unobtainable when Season 4 of Dragonflight will end next week on July 23rd, and also when the expansion Dragonflight will end on August 26th when the War Within will be officially launched. So most of these items should normally stay unobtainable once they will be removed from the game, but as we've seen in the past, a few of them might be brought back through, for instance, the trading post or through other ways, so just keep that in mind. For some of them, it might be as definite as, for instance, the different gladiator mounts and these other type of items that we know for sure will remain unobtainable probably forever. So the first thing that I want to mention is of course Mr. Panera Remix, because keep in mind you only have a little bit more than a month to get all the different rewards from this event, and many of them will normally be unobtainable at the end of the event. So here for instance you have all the different achievement rewards such as the Illusion Shack Corruption. You also have these two transmog items right here which I think are really nice. You also have this toy, the Cherry Blossom Trail. This pet right here, the Astral Emperor Serpentling. You also have this over pet right here. You have two mounts from the different achievements, the Reigns of the Astral Emperor Serpents and also the August Phoenix. Then you have these different toys right here. I'm using one right now as you can see. And you also have this back piece, which is also really nice. Then next to that, of course, you have all the different mounts you can buy from the vendor. So here you have all these different mounts that will become unobtainable, and then these ones will still be available in the game, just a little bit more annoying to get. You also have all these different ensembles right here. So again, all these different ensembles will normally be removed from the game. So if you want to get some of them, make sure to buy them before they're gone. And then next to that, you have all the different Hell Screams, heirloom weapons from Garrosh. So again, these different weapons have been brought back to the game, but who knows if they will be added again in another way later on. All I know is that for now you can get them through the Mr. Panera Remix event, and so if you really want them, try to get them as soon as possible. And then finally, the probably one of the most important category in my opinion are all the different arsenals and ensembles for each of the different classes. So here again, these are the type of items that are really nice and you don't want to miss. These ones will most likely be brought back through the trading post. I mean, I'm pretty sure. But again, there is no guarantee. So if you are interested in any of these, you can easily get them during the event. And like that, you can then use them on your different characters. And again, all these different arsenals and also ensembles are, in my opinion, worth it and really nice. And the last category of item that I want to mention that is linked to Mr. Panera Remix include all the different recorder weapons that you can get from all the different activities and all the different zones in Mr. Panera Remix. So some of them, as you can see, will drop from the different raids in all the different difficulties. Some of them will drop from specific zones. And so you really have tons of these different weapons. Some of them have actually unique appearances. And then some others are really just recorders of some of the different existing weapons from Mr. Panera. So here I would really recommend you again, if you are interested in some of them, to try and get them because it's really unknown whether these will be brought back or not into the game. And if you are interested in farming these different weapons, I would recommend you to get this add-on right here, Trove Tally, because it will tell you exactly if you already have some of these weapons or not, and then where to find them and how you can farm them. So this is probably the best add-on you can use if you are interested in these different weapons and if you want to try and get as many as you can before the end of Mr. Panera Remix. Okay, so next to that, of course, we have all the different PvP rewards from Season 4, and keep in mind, these ones will become unobtainable after next week on July 23rd, when all the different Mr. Panera Remix will still be available until the end of August. So you still have a little bit more time for Mr. Panera Remix. So here, for instance, the different items that will go away include, for instance, this cloak right here, and you will get it when reaching Duelist in Dragonflight Season 4, and also this one right here. Then you have, of course, the Gladiator mount, which, I mean, is really nice. But this one, if you haven't started, it's probably going to be very hard for you to get it. And then the manuscript that goes with it. You also have all the different titles and also this toy right here, Draconic Legends Pennant. And next to that, one that maybe is a little more accessible and still something you can hopefully do right now if you really want some of them, are all the different edit gear. So here you have quite a lot of them and they're pretty nice. And again, keep in mind, these normally are absolutely not coming back into the game. It's not like some of the different rewards from MoP Remix where there might have some of them coming back through a trading post or through other ways. These ones normally will really not be brought back. And so if you are really interested in some of these different sets, I would recommend you to try and get them because after that, it will be too late. So here, as you can see, I'm also going to show the mage one, this one right here. Then I have the monk one. Then you have the paladin set right here. Not my favorite one, but still something interesting. You have the priest set, also not too bad. The rogue set right here. The shaman set. You should enjoy it while you can get some nice shaman sets because in the War Within it's not going to be the case. The warlock one, which again I think looks really, really cool. And finally, the warrior one, which is, in my opinion, pretty bad. But anyway, these are all the different sets that will be completely gone when the War Within will launch. And then you also have this tabard right here for the season and all the different cosmetic weapons. So some of these can be really, really nice. And again, these ones will be gone, sadly, next week when the season 4 will end. So normally these are the PvP items that will be gone completely from the game. You then have, for instance, the vicious mounts. These ones should at some point be brought back into the game. Same with the different gladiator gear for all the different classes. These should at some point be brought back as well. So these are really the next unobtainable items. Now from raids and PvE in general, you have a few items that will also become unobtainable. The first one that I really want to bring your attention to is the Infinite Armoredon. So this mount will become unobtainable after next week when Season 4 will end. And you can currently get it when getting the Keystone Master Achievement for Mythic Plus. So again, if you're someone who doesn't really like Mythic Plus and you're not ready to do it yourself, especially there is only 1 week left, you can always decide to buy a boost with gold, obviously with gold in the game. Right now, for instance, I'm pretty sure you can find some for 700,000 gold. So if you have the gold and you really want this mount and knowing that this will become unobtainable after that, you can always try and maybe find a boost, and like that you will be able to still get the mount. I will share in the description the link to the Discord where you can find some people that offer this type of boosts, and I'm just pointing that out because again, it will completely be gone from the game after that. Then next to that, we also have the different titles and achievements from all the different Mythic Plus, and so this type of things will also be gone, sadly. After that, from the different Awakened raids, we have also the different achievements and the main reward, the Voyaging Wildering Harness. So this one will most likely at some point be brought back into the game because normally the last mount that was also part of the different faded raids in Shadowlands has been brought back into the game, and so there is no reason why these different other rewards from the Dragonflight Awakened raids are not going to be available again in the War Within. So you have until the release of the War Within in order to get this mount, but normally it should probably be brought back at some point. And you also have obviously this other mount, the Jigglesworth Senior, which is the one from Shadowlands. And so right now it is available through the vendor, but who knows if it will still be available in the War Within, and maybe the overmount will replace Jigglesworth Senior and this one will completely be removed. So again, if you really want it, try to get it before the end of Dragonflight. And here I also want to bring your attention to one interesting item, and it's this one right here, the Vault Raiders Primal Great Staff. So as you can see, you can currently buy it, and this is a cosmetic staff, so it means you can use it with any of your characters that can use a staff. And the only other source available for this item is Carnalex, the First Light, and this is a raid weapon that is only obtainable by evokers and only usable by evokers. And so it means that if you want this appearance right here and you want to use this appearance on a non-evoker player, then you should really buy this cosmetic right here, because after that it will be gone and you won't be able to learn this appearance or to use it other than on an evoker. So just an interesting item to keep in mind. And then, of course, all the other cosmetic items you can buy from the vendor with the different billions will also be removed from the game. So you'll still be able to collect the different appearances from the raids. But keep in mind, sadly, these different raids are going to be a little bit hard to solo, especially in the War Within. And even if you find a group to farm all the different transmogs, it's not guaranteed that you will actually get these different items. So it's definitely going to be more difficult. And so here I would really recommend you to maybe consider spending some of your billions on some of these cosmetic weapons, especially the different mythic weapons, because some of them might become very difficult to get later on. And right now you can get them super easily by simply buying them with the different billions. So just something to keep in mind as well. Another category of items that won't be completely removed from the game, but that will probably become unobtainable for at least a few months up to probably like at least a year, include all the different rewards from the trading post for the month of July, and of course also the ones we will get for the month of August. So here, if you want some of them, make sure to use your different tenders and to really buy all of them before they're gone, because even though most likely they will be brought back in the War Within, who knows if it's in a few months or maybe in a year and a half. So try to get them as soon as you can. And finally, the last category of items that I want to mention are all the different items from the Radiant Echoes event, which is the pre-patch event for the War Within. This event will only start on August 30th and will end when the War Within will be released. And so here you have a few rewards that again should become unobtainable by the end of the event. So you have these different cosmetic sets right here, and these are recorder versions of some of the different sets from Legion, and these are the purple versions, so all these different sets will be available only during this pre-patch event. Then you have these three pets right here. You also have two mounts, the Remember Golden Griffin and the Remember Wind Rider. And finally, you also have this heirloom right here and these two bags, but these two bags, no one really cares. So these are the different items that will become normally unobtainable at the end of the pre-patch event and just before War Within is released. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a good day. Bye!